Ezra Huckabee.
Josiah Huckabee.
Emma
Pachuca.
I am Jose Cantilla.
Hello, welcome family and friends. My name is Jabez Rodriguez, and I'm going to be speaking on has modern consumerism gone too far? Now, I'm going to be speaking on 4 points tonight. The first one is what modern consumerism is. The second is why modern consumerism is a problem. The third will be why it's not so bad. And the fourth is going to be how we are going to solve the problem of modern consumerism. I believe that modern consumerism can be defined by the quote from Affluenza, "Too much is never enough," by Clive Hamilton from 2005, by the quote, "As a rule, no matter how much money people have, they feel they need more." We as people feel constantly that we need more things. We buy certain things, but we feel like we need more, better, bigger things. And we can see that in the story of Adam and Eve, that they had everything that they could ever wish for. Yet, when they were tempted by Satan, we could see that they still wanted more. And it's not material things that will bring people joy, but rather it is the connection between people. Now, the reason why it's a problem is because we have a limited amount of resources on the earth. Now, from Live Better by Consuming Less by Tim Jackson, 2008, we have a limited amount of resources, but an unlimited amount of wants. Eventually, all of the world's resources will run out, and 10, 100, a million years, all of our resources will eventually run out. And when that does happen, we won't have any resources to sustain ourselves, and that will result in everyone's death. Now, the reason why it's not so bad is because it helps us build connections. By knowing what people buy, we are able to relate to each other. From The Banality of Consumption by Matthew Hilton, 2006, we can see that if people are able to relate to each other by what they buy, then we could live in a better world. I was able to relate to Ezra from our enjoyment of classical music, and Ezra and Emma with playing piano. And that is an endeavor that costs money and that had to come out of someone's pocket. And I am very thankful for that connection. Now, the connections lead to the solution that I'll be presenting today. And the heart of the problem with modern consumerism is the problem of the heart. From Too Much of a Good Thing by Carl J. Stricksworth from 2018, we can see that too much money in the Western world has led to free choice of what people can purchase. And with that freedom, people have gone on a purchasing spree. They've just been purchasing and purchasing some more, and just filling their hearts up with things that they can buy, and with trying to get more money to buy more things. Now, to solve that problem, I believe that we should institute self-control. If we were to have self-control in the things that we buy, we would able to connect to each other rather than focusing on the things that are just out in the world. There are a lot of ways that we can connect to people. One of them is one of the things that I mentioned, which is things that we buy, things that people have in common, activities, hobbies, all these things, maybe even mothers that we had, their similarities, their differences. There are many ways that we can, as people, connect to each other, and the world would be a much better place if we did so. In conclusion, buying too much will eventually lead to everyone dying. It's a very sobering thought and a little far-fetched, but it eventually will happen if we don't have self-control. And if we don't connect to people, then we will be doomed to isolation, to depression, and to several other things that, frankly, nobody wants. Now, I'm calling you, all 6 of you, to have some self-control in the things that you buy, and to go out and to try to connect with your neighbor, with your brother, with your sister, with your mother, with your father, and with your friend. Thank you, and that is the end of my speech.